Hey Pisces, this is Brandy from Taurean.com. You have quite the spread, as you can see. Five of Paper is actually Five of Pentacles. Four of Inkwells is Cups, Judgment, Two of Wands, the Vision, the Village. Underneath, I didn't put there, but that's Five of Cups. Standing. Almost like watching a tsunami come in and not knowing what to do. So it's like you are lost. There's no purpose. You can't see the bigger picture. You can't hear divine guidance. I don't know exactly who this is for. I'm sorry, I'm a shadow worker and this is how it is. It's like with the village, you have no community. You don't feel like you have a support system. You don't feel connected. Okay? But there is motivation here. You're just a little apathetic. Which is kind of like not being able to see what opportunities are there because you're so focused on what you do not have. And this is not the only time I've picked this up. You're not able to see the forest through the trees. Okay? And this is to make significant life decisions that signal a moment of evaluating what really matters. And that's not the almighty dollar that makes you feel competent. Now, does it help in life? Absolutely. But it does not make you. Money is a tool. Money is a tool for the things we want. So you have to ask yourself again, what is it that you actually want? It's not the dollar amount. What is it that you want? So you can paint a rich picture about your life and get your purpose back. Okay? Like if you are here for love or whatever in this connectedness, you feel like you're left out. And because you feel like you're struggling financially, you are struggling emotionally because that's what you're focused on. Okay? So, point blank with this, you're like life and purpose. You're in a phase where you feel the weight of discontent. You feel like you don't have enough. And this is like, hey, you need to wake up with Judgment. You've got to look at your life. You got to consider what really ignites that passion. Like truly, so you can look towards something fun. Like what's your purpose? It'll shift, it'll expand. We go through these things like every 7 years, to be fair. We're not meant to like stay in one spot. We're just not. I mean, some people love that, but we got to grow somehow, you know. And it's just you got to see beyond your current limitations and reminding you like you really aren't alone. You just haven't found the right community or you haven't shared things with the right loved ones. That's what's changing. You know, that's that moment of reflection of being dissatisfied, being in limbo. You're giving way to that and you need to be open. So even your love life can transform, right? So you don't keep bringing in the same type of scenarios. Whew. I mean, there's loneliness here. But you have to change. You have to be able to open your heart to new things. And I just keep focusing on the almighty dollar of what you do not have. Therefore, you are missing support. And a community that would support you and that belonging feeling that's essential to everyone that you really want. And that's going to be through existing relationships or new social connections. You know? You got to get something that makes you move, makes you want to step out of that comfort zone. Okay, this is everyone has had a moment of feeling like you were stabbed in the back by someone you loved. Okay? That's deep exhaustion to stay there. And when you hit rock bottom, emotionally or financially, you will feel overwhelmed. You will feel defeated, but you can't stay there. Right? I literally have a client, and no, I'm not going to say names, but I say every day to them, when will it be enough? Like, why haven't you got things squared away yet? Or somewhat squared away yet? It's like you keep blowing this money. Like a normal average human on the planet, you know, a good salary is like $4,500, and that's just reality. A month, you know, and the low wage is like pushing $1,200. Yet you're here complaining that you've only made $23,000 for the month. You don't have overhead. Like, when will it be enough? And they say the more money you make, the more you think you need. And that's the truth, friends. People squander it. They rack up things they don't need. And that's kind of the bind. Where you're constantly here. You know, where you constantly feel defeated. Because all of this is related to stability and self-worth, from what I'm picking up, Pisces. Okay? But you have to learn to trust. You have to get over the things that hurt you with openness. Not naivety. Okay? But you have to wait for the fruits of labor to come about. You have to trust that it does take time. And I feel like being consistent and patient for someone out there is their downfall. I want it now, and I want it right now, Veruca. I call a lot of people Veruca Salt there like that. So, I mean, you've got this loss feeling regarding financial stability, which ties into your love life. You believe you're not going to have enough, and it's out of reach, and it's going to continually be out of reach, so therefore you are continuously pushing it out of reach. Here is a new chapter, but it's like how you approach life, how you are willing to approach life, right? It's a cycle here. Do you want to close the cycle? Looks like you need to close the cycle of disappointment. And focus on taking small positive steps with faith that it's eventually going to work out. Right? A belief that better days are coming. So you can shift your mindset from defeated to abundant. And affirm you do in fact have what's possible. You can get the tool to get what you need. You can make a plan. Everyone can make a plan. Everyone can climb out of some type of hole, even though if that's just a tiny foothold. You know? But you have to take a small risk in order to do that. Got to get yourself out of a pattern, out of a cycle. And I know that's hard sometimes. Trust me, I really, really do know that's hard when you're just in a burnout. And you just feel defeated. But you can't stay there. You know, you got to make plans. You got to be, what do they call that? Oh my goodness. It's solution oriented. Okay. You can be sad for a minute, but you got to also be solution oriented mindset. Or you'll stay there. And I don't want you to stay there. I want you to be able to be happy, which I see. But that's blending the past with the new. And understanding that money is a tool only. I'll catch you later.